Hey, what's up, everyone? And welcome to Chillin and Chattin' episode 2, the second episode in this new series where, we're pretty sure you probably already guessed, right? It's just us chilling, chatting, hanging out. The idea is just trying to get a vibe where we're fellow collectors, myself and some panelists, or maybe even the chat. Sometimes if my panelists aren't able to show up, just talk collectibles, right? Just no structure, as kind of contrast to what I usually do in my other streams, where I have talk specific figures. This one is just, whatever comes to us collectible wise. Like I said, just shooting the shit, just hanging out with fellow like-minded collectors, and whatever comes to mind comes to mind. We got a taste of it last week. Had some interesting discussions, but this on this episode, new faces with me this time. First to the channel and to the stream, gentlemen. We got Winman42 here and the legend NW collector Larry Walker in the house. Gentlemen, how you doing? Let me unmute you guys here. Sorry, because there you go. Now you're good.
All right.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's up? Yeah, thank you for joining. I know we first time we streamed together. Thanks to Moose again. Shout out to Moose Moosedream. He had his first stream with guest this last week, actually. So if you missed that, I'll put the link in the description below for his channel if you want to go back and check that out. But I had the pleasure of streaming with these gentlemen. And and offered him the invite to come on this stream, and here we are, finally here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Moose isn't lurking somewhere around.
He'll be
probably
here.
Is, yeah, he'll be here.
He's probably around somewhere, man.
I saw him stream earlier today, and he had this humongous box that he just kept pulling Star Trek figures out of. I guess it came in the mail. It's like incredible.
I didn't see that. I got to see that one.
Oh yeah,
it was like 8 figures or something.
Yeah, he had a live earlier too. That's right. What did Moose do or something along those lines? Yeah, it was impromptu stream.
I saw the thumbnail for it, but I didn't actually check out the video. But it doesn't surprise me. It's Moose, man. That's my
yeah.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you guys know Moose. He's a passionate collector. Let me just say too, it's not only I had the opportunity to stream with you gentlemen on Moosedream, but just to see more collectors that we see in the chats, right, in the community in general, and just coming up on stream. So I was like, props to you guys for coming up, and it's nice to put, as we always say, nice to put faces to the names that we see, that we talk to like almost regularly, right? You guys, I see you guys in the chats, and of course Larry, our NW collector, you're a big supporter of the channel. So first and foremost, man, thank you for all your support, continued support.
No problem.
Always in there. And but yeah, Winman, I've seen you in the chats as well. So appreciate you. Again, it's just good to see you. And I encourage anyone out there, in general. I know I put this out there before, but not on every stream. But yeah, anyone out there in the chats who catch my content and you're interested in joining, feel free to hit me up. I'm always welcome, especially if you want to get your feet wet. This stream is perfect for that. This chill and chatting, just because we can talk about anything in general. It's just kind of laid back, chill, exactly what it sounds like, right? So yeah, hit me up, reach out, seriously. I know rather than me kind of like hitting up every single person and asking, feel free to reach out to me, and we'll see if we can make something happen, get you on a stream. I'm even open to moving this around. Also, you guys know me. I'm inconsistent, right? So my streams aren't always on the same time and day. So I have no problem moving that around if need be. So yeah, just let me know. But gentlemen, appreciate you coming through. Let me address the chat here real quick. We got 14 Wellington in the house. What is up, 14? Thank you for coming through, good sir. We got Secret Bebe in the house. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that Bebe. Thank you for coming through. Hi. We got P. Douglas also joining us. Thank you for joining us, Douglas. P. Douglas. Appreciate you coming through. Marathon. I'm not saying the numbers. I know there's numbers attached to your name, but I know YouTube has just added those recently. So I'm gonna stick with you all probably just created your names based on the name, not the numbers, I would think. We got 14 saying, since he's not here yet, let me fill in for Moose. Guess what I just bought? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, right. Yeah. That is what he would say. Yeah, he's here in spirit. Yeah. But no, appreciate you all tuning in live and chilling with us. Like I said, just joining the conversation. Yeah, feel free to join in the chat. I'll pull up what I can and try to include you where I can. And apologies in advance if I miss anybody. I know, trying to keep up with the panelists and everyone in the chat.
Hey, can I just say one thing, though?
Of course, man.
One day when we were at the Moose show, I was like, He's like, how come you never been on anybody's stream before? We see you in the stream all the time. I was like, nobody ever invited me on their chat. I mean, on their stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he invited me. I was like, not a problem. Then you invited me. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
fine.
man.
So I'm supposed to be on Geo show tomorrow. I mean, on Friday. So.
Oh, this Friday, nice.
Yeah,
yeah,
Friday.
Man. I was telling you, and again, this goes for all the collectors. Once they're on a stream, it just takes one, and from there, you can.
Well, I
if you're up for it.
Support all you guys. I love you dudes, man. Everybody's cool in the community, man. So I try to support everybody.
Yeah. I definitely see you in other chats as well. So yeah, appreciate it. Always, man. Much love to you and everyone else watching and who tunes into the content. But gentlemen, did we get anything new in particular? Anything you guys want to show off or anything going on recently?
Dude got a whole ton of boxes behind him.
For me?
Already.
Mr. Walker, yes.
Yeah, those have been sitting there for a while. Those are boxes that were waiting for my my display cases. I finally got them in. I've been.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right.
I got them in. I got one more to finish. I got some more module cases, DF60s. I got them from Payne Collectibles. He hooked me up.
Oh, yeah.
Payne.
So and I just got a what did they sent my email there sideshow my Savage press and that Snowtrooper Commander shipped today. Finally.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, so I should be getting those in soon.
Still waiting on my Savage. Yeah. No notice.
Yeah, I still got shit. I'm not even gonna go into how many other boxes I got in the other room.
You don't have to say yeah.
You got an excuse. If you didn't have cases, no point of what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. What about you, Winman? Anything in particular?
I got the last thing I got was I guess about a week and a half ago. I got the
Wenwu, yeah.
To go with my Shang-Chi. And I'm a big fan of Tony Leung, so I was like, I would get this even if I didn't like the movie, but I love the movie.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I bet.
Nice, man.
I still have to figure out where I'm going to put them.
I hate that.
Got to make some space in the detail.
Yeah, right.
So I got some artwork I'm going to put behind him and Shang-Chi, but I want to do that thing where they have the energy rings, both of them.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure that's going to fit in the detail, unless one of them is way in the back of the detail. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Now, does that figure come with the rings also?
It does.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they both have the rings. So then you got to figure out, they could both have half the rings.
Yeah.
5 rings each, I guess.
Yeah, like in the movie, right?
Yeah, because they.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So.
That should be a nice display, though, man. That should be nice.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for like I said, I ordered I usually order some artwork for the back of my details, and this place I ordered them from, it takes forever for some reason.
Yeah.
And I ordered 2 pictures. The first one got lost for a day, and it's like, contact the seller. And then the next day it started updating again. The same thing happened with this one. So I don't know if they're using like some cheap shipping or something, but it should be here. I think it'll be here maybe tomorrow. So
okay, right on.
So the photos, are they like pre-selected by whoever makes them, or is that one of those ones where you send them the image that you want and they like print it out?
Yeah, I send them the image that I want.
Okay.
So because there's like I used to order from a place, I can't think of the name of the place, but now there's an app. I think somehow they marketed to me, and you basically can use your phone. There's an app, but the cool thing is every month you can get a free, I think it's up to 16 by 20 picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I did one at the end of last month and then the beginning of this month, and basically then I mount it, and I trim it down and mount it, and I stick it in the back of the detail.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did that once, but I was kind of, because I wanted that option and flexibility, right? I didn't want to have it permanent, so I don't know if it's the same service you went through, but I did one where I sent them an image, and I had it printed like on the sticker vinyl. It was like a vinyl sticker basically, and then I stuck it on a piece of like thick cardboard. I forget what type it's like the white kind of board that you can buy at Michael's.
Probably board.
Yeah, something like that. And then so I used that and I cut it to the back of the detail, so that way if I ever wanted to swap them out, I can just pull that out and do another one. So
that's exactly how I do it, because
Nice.
I've got a bunch of them, and and then what I like is sometimes I can take it before I put in a detail, put it on my desk, take pictures with that as the background, and then I'll stick it in there, And so what I did with the last one, because I used to use like a spray adhesive to attach it, and then eventually it just started warping. It didn't stick. So the last time I said, well, you know what, it's cardboard. I used my hot glue gun, and it worked perfectly.
Oh, okay. Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, and I just kind of did a little bit around the edges, and a little bit in the middle, because I was paranoid, like all of a sudden it's going to start melting, but it works just fine. So
okay, nice. Okay.
But I have some of the details. I have like 3D printed dioramas. So, but most of them I have like some artwork or something I designed to put in the background.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
We got a question here from 14. What's your favorite third-party figure to pose and repose? Do you collect third-party NW collector?
Call me Larry.
Okay, Larry. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure. I always take the safe approach just in case. But Larry, okay, Larry.
I don't have too many third-party.
No.
Figures.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have too. I may have a couple Mars figures. I got the Riddler and the Joker, and then I have where is it? What's his name from the Batman movie? Deathstroke.
Alfred?
No, Deathstroke.
Okay.
Well, I do have the Alfred too, but that's pretty much it. Just not many.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, what about you, Wimman? Do you have any third parties?
Yeah, I do. That's a good question. Let me.
It
think.
is actually
the favorite.
I have more now. And I'm looking around like, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like all of my third parties are literally Spider-Man. And I guess it would be, it would be probably the Spider-Man Noir.
Okay. Oh, nice.
I think that's So-So, I believe.
Was it So-So? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, either that or Present, one of the two.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I have, that's my favorite. I have the one with him in the red and blue trench coat. I forget what that's called. But
is that the one that the clubbing Spider-Man with who has like the jeans?
With the jeans. Yeah, he's got exactly.
Yeah. Would you call it clubbing?
Yeah, because Toys, I think Hot Toys did that version, and it looked like people were just like roasting it, saying like he was going out clubbing or night out Spider-Man.
Night out. That's what it is. Night out. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
And I have I also have a silk, a third-party silk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I really like it, but it's got Barbie doll hair.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But it came with 2 head sculpts. So one of them, the one I use, is like the long, because that's easy to maintain, and the other one is I didn't even take it out of the box, But I like that one.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the character, only from the figures, but I didn't read her story or anything. But I do have the Marvel Legends version of that, and that figure looks good. I was a fan of that one. I just like her design and her aesthetic. If she looks the same as the 6-scale one, you have it. But yeah, I really like
that's the only reason I bought it, because I don't really know the character. I never read her in any books.
Yeah.
So I picked up a couple of books after I got the figure. But I was like, hey, I'm getting the Spider-Man. Got to have Spider-Woman, right?
Yeah. And there's like many Spider-Women to choose from. There's a lot of variations on there. For those that don't know, let me pull this up here real quick. Let me pull up an image of her. Yeah, I just like her aesthetic. She looks cool. Let me see here. Here we go. Let me see if I can show this one. There we go. So this is silk right here.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that picture. Yep.
Yeah. Excuse
me.
So
you have this figure, you're saying?
Yeah, and she has the red scarf over her face.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool, man.
And it wasn't very expensive. Like it was like less than $150.
Is it Mars Toys or who's it made by?
No, I don't even know, man.
Oh,
it's like,
okay.
Johnny's Toys. I don't know. It's very generic. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got my spreadsheet here because I was updating my spreadsheet of payments I made and what I've got left. So let me see if I can find.
Oh man, don't even get into that. I was going on. I'm gonna touch on that a little later, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm at that point.
Go ahead.
Because I'm at that point, man. I have limited space left, and I have a couple of vehicles from Jazz Inc. and I have that. I pre-ordered that Blitzway DeLorean coming, so I saved space for that. And after that, I'm pretty much, and I'm seriously at a point now where I gotta like, I was looking at all the crap I got pre-order and stuff I got coming in, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna have to start cutting back. And then I looked at all the money I spent and all this, and I'm like, this is getting to the point now where I gotta start like, because I pretty much got what I really wanted, what I love.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point where I was ordering stuff for FOMO and stuff that I really wasn't, some IPs that I'm really not connected to, certain figures. I'm like, why am I even ordering this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, dude, that's $300, $400, dude. You could have did something else with it.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, I think a lot of collectors this is that year. It seems like, at least from like, what I'm hearing on YouTube, it's anyways, that we're like in the same situation. Because I think it seems like we're at a point now where a lot of us started during COVID or restarted, I guess, our passion for collectibles. I started way before COVID. Yeah. I know some people did, but I'm just saying, like, at the masses, right? Like in general, there's like a lot of collectors that started during that time, myself included, who got back into collecting, and then so in general, like a good amount of those people, it seems like we're all kind of at the same stage now where we picked up a lot of figures. And now we're, like you were saying, this
because
is the year we got.
I designated enough room in my house for certain figures and certain, vehicles, and you allow all that, and you budget it, and I'm like, when I pass that line, I'm still going. I'm like, okay, I gotta start. I gotta be an adult about this now. I gotta be an adult about this, man. Like, man.
Yeah.
And then
you in the same.
Come out with something, I'm like, fuck. I really want this figure now. I'm like, supposed to be cutting back, but then they'll drop something and be like, man.
Exactly. Yeah, it's hard to. You can't really. It's hard to plan or prepare for the unexpected, right? Because it's just that you don't know what's gonna come, and it's like, shit. I wanted to be good.
That's a problem. Well, so I just found the figure. I got it from 1/6 Kit.
Oh, okay.
The company that made it is called War Story.
War Story, okay.
Which I had never heard of until I ordered this, and it was $155, and it's called Queen of the Night Spider Girl.
Okay.
Queen of the Night, okay.
So it kind of.
But the main thing is, if you like the figure, that's all that matters, man.
Yeah. It's just I always get a big kick out of how they rename these figures.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, who are we fooling here? People are going to see the picture.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about, the third-party figures. We all know.
We all know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I tried to at least, kind of follow the lead, and like, I don't want to put them on the spot or throw them on the bus or anything. So I kind of just go by, what the name they usually call it. I mean, but you're right. We all know who these characters are.
Yeah. Hey, can I answer that question from Gio? He's asking me what figures am I making room for?
Let's see here. Yeah, by all means. So let me see.
And that's my guy. I love Gio. Gio's a good dude.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Gio, in the house. Movie Gio's coming through. Gio, as well as S Beam. Yeah, I think I saw S Beam in here.
Show up. S Beam too. What's up? S
Beam. Yeah, there he is. Yep, S Beam in the house. They come through. Beam.
I got the Blitzway DeLorean on pre-order, and then I got the tumbler, Jazz Inc. tumbler coming. So.
Okay. Wow, those are
And then plus I have already a shitload of other vehicles. I'm after that I won't have any more room.
I'm already there, man.
You'll figure it out.
Well, for those two, I got room for those. I've already designated the space and everything for it. But after that, it's like,
look up. You'll be hanging stuff from the ceiling.
Yeah. Yep. What about you?
I was.
Go ahead.
What are you gonna say?
No, I was asking you, man. How is? Are you in that same situation too? Well, like a limited space, or you gotta be really selective?
Yeah. So I'm planning on. I have to move because it's just not enough space.
I hate moving. God, I hate that.
Yeah.
But the thing with me is, I was living in Las Vegas, Nevada, and then I moved out here, and I left all of my figures in Nevada, and they're still there with one of my best friends.
Okay.
Whoa. So then when COVID came, I was like, I bought a couple of figures because I'm like, well, I don't have any here until I can go to Vegas and bring them back. And then I did go to Vegas, but I went for a wedding and I couldn't bring them back. So they're still there. So, and now it's like, okay, now if I get all of those figures, I mean,
you're not going to have room.
No, there's no, you know, and it's like, plus I got a huge collection of movies and stuff. So it's like, I'm not getting rid of that stuff. So I gotta, you know, I basically have to get a bigger spot. But,
physical media for life.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, because we all know, guys, we spend so much money on this stuff, man. And you know,
dude,
like,
let me tell you,
I've had figures and boxes for like 6-8 months, and I'm like, man, I've worked hard to get these figures and these vehicles, and waiting on display cases and trying to find the right display cases, and the next thing you know, it's 6 months later and it's still in the box, and I'm like, ooh, man, it's time to, you know, we gotta start displaying this, man.
I had to look for new insurance for my place, and I started tabulating up everything, the stereo, computer equipment, and then I got to the figures, right?
Crazy, isn't it?
And I'm like, okay, let me add that, and I'm like, holy smoke! Like, you don't realize, because it's not like you plop down 25 grand at one time and like, give me 700 figures. It just accumulates. You know?
Oh man,
yes, it does.
I haven't done it yet. I've been kind of like, I haven't had a reason to add up all the amount.
You probably don't want to do it.
I know.
It's scary.
Exactly. No, but like you guys are saying, like I came to that same realization. I'm starting to be like, you know, like Larry hit the nail on the head, man. He just keeping it real. It's that, you know, at what point, you know, do we stop and be like, you know what, we're good. I have what I need. Do I need anything more than what I have already, right? And then that figure comes out, like you were saying, you're like, oh damn, but I don't have that one.
To drop something, and I to drop something, and you'll be like, oh fuck.
I want it.
Because I started off with Marvel Legends, or like 12 scale, right? That's where I got back into collecting. I started with 12 scale, started small, and I got a bunch of Marvel Legends. I went that route, and I'm sure some of you have heard this before, but I went that route to fulfill my my comic the comic aspect of the characters and the figures, and so I went hard on that on the Marvel Legends. I got all the ones I wanted, and on that I came to a realization. Okay, you know what? I think I don't need any more. I have all the ones I need. There's have been some here and there that come out. I'm like, okay, you know, that would be a cool one, but for the most part, I stopped buying Marvel Legends, right? So now it's just a matter of applying that to like something in 6 scale, like a line in 6 scale, right? Like, you know, the Avengers or something else. Like, okay, you know, at what point am I gonna say, you know what, I'm good, I don't need it anymore, really dial it back? And so I'm trying to be good on that.
It's hard though.
It is, man. It is.
I love this hobby, dude. I love this. My passion. I love this, but it is hard, man. It's hard.
It is.
Well, I missed a lot of figures. So, like when I started, I was just all over the place. Like there was no logic. Like, because like Star Wars is my favorite film.
It's funny you mentioned.
But I wasn't buying Star Wars 6 scale figures. I was buying like Coda Bacaya, the statues and stuff. Statues. But I was like, Bruce Lee. Okay. Chow Yun-Fat. Like I was just buying all this random stuff that I really liked. Not knowing at the time, because I was buying like stuff on eBay. Like I didn't really know about Hot Toys. I only knew about Sideshow. So I missed a lot of stuff. So now it's like, oh man, I want Ghostbusters. I'm supposed to be cutting back, but I ordered Ghostbusters. Then that Terminator.
Perfect example.
I ordered that, and I didn't get in. I had an Indiana Jones early on, but it was garbage. So, I got to get that new Indy. I got to have Chewbacca. That's my favorite Star Wars. They came out with that Chewbacca and C-3PO. So it's like now it's like I've never had this many pre-orders of my life.
Yep.
And then 77 Spider-Man. I watched that as a kid. Got to have that. You know, and I wanted the Japanese one, although I had never seen it until I was an adult. So, you know, you know, you tell yourself I'm slowing down, and then they hit you in the nuts with some stuff, you know. Really?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we go on with that, actually, that's an interesting question that I want to pose to my next panelist here. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us, you know him, the legend as Zord Photography. What is up, Zord?
Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Hey, what's
Happy
up?
Wednesday.
Good, man. How you doing?
Good, yeah.
Good.
Happy
Nice to
Wednesday,
meet you.
yes, sir.
Bad man. That's a bad man.
Yeah.
Dude.
Man, yeah. Zord, finally able to get you on, man. I know it's been I've been trying to link up and get our schedules together. I know you're a busy guy, man. When you're not
I know, I'm so
when you're not
sorry.
doing your no, don't need to apologize, man. When you're not doing your, I know you have your day job, and when you're not cooking behind the camera, you're a busy man. So I definitely get it. But like I said before, anytime you're able to give us, man, is always appreciated. So it's all good. It is all good.
Pleasure to be here, man.
Yeah, man. And let me before we continue that, let me bring in my next guest. Let me see if he's ready. I think we got him here. Yeah, we got another one just showing him. We just mentioned him. I guess he heard his name, and he appeared. We got Uncle Moose in the house. We got Moosedream.
I knew it.
I knew it. Yeah.
I'm here. I know I'm
I
here.
knew he was lurking somewhere.
I don't know what's going on with Chrome. Why they decided to stop blocking me? Am I in this camera? What camera am I on? Is it this camera? Oh, they get. I
Yeah, you're there. You're
camera.
good. Yeah, we got you.
I changed cameras, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know I was. I didn't know. I didn't ask the machine to change this camera, but this is my new camera. Woo.
Yeah, we got
So I
you.
can move that. I can move.
Yeah.
I kind of glad I can move this thing. This is the camera. Yeah, good. Oh my god. Hey, nice to meet Zord. Patrick. Hi, Patrick.
Pleasure to meet you, Moose.
How you doing, buddy? Where are you? I got no light on here.
Where are you?
I'm like, I'm not,
He's
I'm
like, where
like
you at?
this rake,
Where you
like,
at?
you know,
He can't see
Chrome
himself.
threw me a,
Yeah, I know, right?
Chrome threw me a fart or something like that in my face.
Yeah. Chrome's messing with you.
Hey guys,
But,
Winston, Larry.
Yeah,
What's
good
up,
evening.
Moose? How
What's
you
up,
doing?
Moose?
I did an unboxing. It was a weird little unboxing, I had to unbox it because, so I did it I did it in a secret location.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
from
really tell
earlier.
you what that secret location is, but you can guess what it was when you watch it. So because I had, because a friend of mine sold me like 8 figures, and he also gave me a gift. So when I bought him, a decent price. I bought QMX, Kirk, Spock, McCoy, and the captain's chair. Okay. And he also had a Mark 42 special edition Hot Toys, and a couple of other QMX Picards, and he just swapped one of the uniforms out from EX06, and we also had EX06 Voyager Janeway, and those 8 figures, and the box came in from UPS. It was unbelievably huge.
Yeah.
25 by
Yeah.
24 by 21. Figure that size box, okay? And then so I said, I can't fit that box in my car, so I have to cut it down. I said, I might as well just do a stream. See if I can,
that's why you
screwed
did
up
that.
a little bit, but you saw it. You said you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
And
I'll
it
put
was
the link in the
awful.
description
It was
below for
terrible,
anyone who wants
because
to check it out.
I don't have Wi-Fi at work, and I also anywhere, so can poke, what. So because they don't provide you with the Wi-Fi or anything like that. No, but there is
Oh, I see.
there's an Xfinity one, but I don't have any password for Xfinity anymore because I
Gotcha.
stopped using Xfinity.
Cracking down.
Maybe I'll go back to that because I can go do it at work. I
Hey,
can use
BZ.
Wi-Fi at work.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Can I say one thing? I want to mention something to Zord. Hey, man, I know you probably heard it a million times. I was going to say, I love your work, dude. I love
Yeah,
your
me too.
photography, dude.
Thank
Yep.
you.
No point, man.
Yeah, man. The man who makes our
Yeah,
wallet slimmer, right?
I would say that if it was a crime to steal your poses, we'd all be in jail because that.
Yep.
But it's not.
I mean, the photography
Yeah.
skills are top notch, but like them poses, I'm like, I gotta take that. I gotta take
Yep.
this.
Me
Thank
too.
you. But they're there
Me
for
too.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
They are it's just so good all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
sell it, man. Yeah.
Got a lot of
And it-
ideas for these photos, man.
Yeah. I love the way we probably heard from others too, but like how you use other accessories from other figures, which is, what what I would like to do when I have the time. But yeah, mix and match. You use like different diodes and different, and other figures also. Yeah, man, creative. I love it, man. You're cooking, man. You cook.
No, I appreciate that because I think more people are starting to notice that I'm using other accessories, especially for promoting with Hot Toys.
Yeah.
I kind of went that route because I think everybody just neglects every little accessory without even realizing like things have more use out of them than you think.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure, man. Yeah, and you definitely show that. So yeah, props to you for doing that. Speaking of, on the topic we were just talking about, like kind of has me curious now. Like, where are you at with your collection? Are you in that same situation where you're running out of room too, or how are you doing on your collectibles?
I'm pretty sure I'm like on the boat with everybody because given my situation, what I do for I guess work now, but both 1/6 scale and 1/12 scale, I am out of room at some points, but I've came to the point now with collecting, especially in 1/6 realm. There's always something new around the corner, so I'm more okay getting rid of like older figures now than before. Okay. And I don't care if it's like a loss or anything.
Yeah,
like,
I hear you.
I think one recently, I think what updated was, oh man, what did I get rid of? Okay. I think it was some of like the older Spider-Man figures. I was okay getting rid of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, tough for me to do that, man. I have that in my head, but I'm like a collector who doesn't like getting rid of things. Like, because when I buy something, I buy it to keep it, right?
And so keep it.
And I know other collectors, they don't mind like that. I know the saying, sell your collection to fund your collection, and that makes sense too. But I'm just, I never been one to do that, man. I have even my figures from when I was smaller, when I was younger, I still have those. Like some of them I did sell, but a lot of them I still have. I just haven't been that type of collector, man. It's just like, so yeah, kudos to you for being able to sell your figures and. Once you enjoyed it, you pass them.
No, you do. I'm like totally on board with people like you guys. Like if you guys, that's how you guys are. I never want to knock anyone down, especially because for like nostalgia reasons too. Like it's like your first figure or something like that, or like you grew up with it. But I think like in this day and age, like for instance, like the newest Cap, that old one was just just not up to par. So it's like things like that. Like you gotta come to terms with like. It's okay to upgrade from time to time.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep like every single piece that comes out kind of thing.
Yeah. No, that's a good point too. Yeah, and there's other aspect of that too, right? Whereas like if you're still cool with the figure you had, like the 1.0 or whatever the previous version. I know collectors do that too. I've done that with like the Mandos, like the one I always go back to, right? When I got the Chrome Mando, and they came out the one with the head sculpt, and I was like, do I really need to spend the money to get that? Nah, I'm good. And so I just passed on that, and I kept the first Chrome Mando. And of course, there's always all those Iron Mans that they're still coming out with, and so it's
exactly like
yeah.
You have options nowadays. It's better. It's a lot better now because. Also, another example is the Thor artisan that came out. Obviously, it sucks it's limited. But then I remember seeing comments, people complain about the old Thor figures. It's not posable and it's just stiff and it falls over and like they wish it was rooted or something like that. The option is there now, so it's okay if you land the artisan one. It's okay to get rid of your old one. Like it's okay. You're not gonna lose sleep over it.
They used to do that with that old Aquaman figure, that one that came out.
Oh yeah.
That was terrible, man.
That should have been rooted, period.
Is that the Jason Momoa one?
Yeah. In the black and gold suit.
Oh, okay.
That one? Yeah, it's terrible.
So are you guys, it sounds like you guys are kind of in the similar situation, Winman and Larry, where you guys, when you buy a figure, you hold on to it? You're not really one for filling them?
I haven't sold anything yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not going to say I would never do it.
Right.
But my intention is to buy stuff that I know that I really want. It's like I'm really into physical media, but I will buy movies that I know I want to watch over and over again.
Yep.
With the exception of something I sort of like, but it's really cheap on sale or something. Maybe I'll get
Black
it.
Friday.
Exactly. So I don't intend to ever sell a figure, and I've never sold a figure, but I am not. It's not a hard and fast rule. It's just never come up. And I have quite a few figures that I bought used, and they were in pristine condition. So like I bought the classic suit Spider-Man used, and the guy who sent it to me, sold it to me, like he kept every little piece of plastic, like to cover the feet and the hand.
Yep.
So it was literally like I just got it from Hot Toys. right?
Man.
And I never thought of doing that, but I keep all that stuff now because in the event that I do decide to sell something, I can put it all back together and it'll look perfect. And the only thing I don't keep is the shippers, you know.
Oh yeah, you
I
mentioned
just started
that. Yeah.
throwing those out, you know. So
I need to work myself up to do that. I know Zord though has no problem just like ripping the boxes and just like.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't care.
I've never.
How much? Go ahead,
did you do videos like ripping the boxes open?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that? Oh, okay. I remember seeing that, and some people were freaking out, and I'm like, that is cool. Like, if you don't want the box, what the hell difference does it make? Because you know, I'm not buying it for the box.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That was like the whole point of it too. It's like, oh, so you're buying the box or the? I mean, don't keep it not granted. Like people love the box too. Like there's some beautiful like artwork. So I think my purpose was like, it's okay to throw away your box. You know, you waited so long for the figure. You know, people talk about like storage problem with their boxes. Like, could just throw it out. Like, you know?
Yeah, it's always an option. You can just throw it out.
Yeah, like no one's holding a gun to you. You know, you can throw it out.
That's true.
What were you gonna say, Larry?
I've never sold any figures because when I buy figures, my mindset is I plan on keeping them because I work too hard to spend too much money on these figures. But now that they're coming out with all these 2.0s and you know, some figures I have now, I have 2 or 3, different versions, and I'm like, they just take up space. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, now I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking about, well, maybe I should.
Yeah, you should just give them away, man.
Instead of having to sit in the box, Yeah. It's like, because I'm at the point, like I said before, I'm at the point where I'm like, well, I got 3 of these figures, and I can only, because of how I have my display set up, I can only display 1 or 2 figures, and I got another one sitting in the box for 8 months, just sitting there. I spent $300 for the thing when it came out a couple years ago, so it's like, well, what do I do?
Yeah. That's It comes to those decisions. Yeah, we all face as collectors, right? Just like that point. We're like, damn, what do I?
Now, if I had unlimited space, like some people do, it wouldn't be a problem. But I don't.
Yeah, another house or something. Yeah, an apartment or warehouse. Just like 14 is asking, I'm 100% okay with anybody wanting to sell their 77 Spider-Man for a loss to me. Wait for it, Moose. I got the Speaking of Moose, I know Moose doesn't sell his figures because he's all about making that museum, right?
Yeah. Hot Toys historian.
Museum. Oh, mausoleum. I don't know. Mausoleum. They said They said it sounds like too much like a mausoleum.
You don't want mausoleum. No.
Well,
It's the museum. Well, I would actually be. That's not true, but that would be a nickname. What I would like to do is the Action Figure Hall of Fame and Toy Museum.
I thought it was going to be Hot Toys historian.
That's my. That's the website. I mean, that's the the channel.
The YouTube channel. Yeah.
There go with my light. With my figure.
No. You're good. Yeah.
Oh no. Let's go fix it. I'll be right back.
Yep, no worries.
For the
go ahead.
The photographer again. Now, so how does that work? Do you actually work for Hot Toys, or you just do different companies, or how does that work, man?
I can't disclose. A lot,
okay.
But I could just say though, I do work. I technically am Hot Toys' like official blogger. Okay. And then I do also from time to time I work with InArt, and then recently I started working with So Toys.
Okay.
So so it just depends on when things are getting released or not.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not on every like release for Hot Toys.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what's coming out or what's not.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing figure photography?
I've been doing it since I took it serious 2020, but then I was only doing photos for with Funko Pops. I was building dioramas and everything.
Yeah.
But then it obviously I got over it, and then I moved to straight to 1/6, and then I kind of did a whole 180 how I do photography, and then I took it a little bit more serious and looked into it. So then I technically didn't really start doing this whole thing till 2022, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And then it took off since then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Speaking of, it sounds like you probably already answered it, but I was gonna ask how you started your collecting journey, like what your background was collecting. It sounds like you started with Funkos, like some other collectors did as well. Is that right? You started with
Yeah, I did
Funkos?
I was like the typical gateway
Yeah,
drug.
yeah, yeah. The
And
Funkos,
then
yeah,
yeah, and then like
That's how it
COVID
started.
happened, and then like
yeah.
I just noticed like the direction of Funko, and it's like I think they were still doing good. They're getting better at their pieces, but I think I was just like stagnant. There's nothing much to it.
Yeah.
I was having like,
Right.
for instance, I had like the same Captain America suit, but like in 80 different poses, and I was at the point where
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want this, so I got rid of like 90% of my stuff, and the only thing I have
Oh,
left
okay.
is like everything that's related to Disneyland.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I
That's what
live
you
in
still have?
California, so I just keep anything that's Disneyland related.
I got you.
But
Okay.
other than that, I moved straight to like 1/6 and 1/12 because I feel like the offering was more there. And plus, growing up, I had no money for Hot Toys, so it's
Oh,
like I
okay.
took the
Yep.
leap and said, you know what, I'm gonna like buy things I've been wanting since I was like growing up.
Yeah, you got that adult money. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, yeah, I already mentioned it, but my gateway was 1/12. You know, I started with well, first it was Transformers, and then from there, because I never had it when I was growing up, and so you know, I bought those, and then it just spread out from there. Marvel Legends, Black Series, and then yeah, then 1/6, and it was the rest was history. It was game over, game over. What about you,
was
Wayman?
mine
sorry,
was
go ahead, Larry.
the old 12-inch, the old GI Joe figures from the 60s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
Those
what
are my
was?
grails, dude. That's how I started, and I have some from when I was a kid. I still have, so that's a
Oh,
big
nice,
how I
yeah.
got it. Yeah, dude. They're
Yeah.
all
Oh,
old, they
man, I
can't
don't-
post for shit, and they're all cracked and broken. But you know, the sentimental
But you still
value
got
it has. You know, I'm old, man. So, and I've had some of those figures I've had for over 30 years, man. You know.
Yeah, I'm
and
with you. I have some that's been a while.
That's how I got started in it.
Yeah,
What was
I
the
had.
name?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask Larry real quick. What was the name of that line? Was it just GI Joe? I thought there was another name from like
Yeah, they
like
used to make
had,
them for Hasbro way back in the 60s and 70s.
Oh, okay.
The old
Yeah.
12-inch
I
GI
had
Joe.
one or two of those
Yeah,
with the
And
flock
I had-
hair.
I had all of
The
them. Yeah, the
flocked?
flocked hair, and
Yeah, they
I
had
was one
like
of those kids that had the whole set. I had everything, dude.
yeah, they had a
Nice, yeah, what-
couple that had that flocked hair, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
So as
They
a,
did.
so as a kid, I
We used to
had
have 'em.
that.
And then they
I
came
had a
out with
couple of
ones with
those.
the kung fu grip. The kung fu grip.
Oh, I had
Oh yeah, that's right. Infamous Kung Fu Grip. That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah, that's what they called it.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What about you, Win,
Yeah, I had one or two GI Joes, but I had like some random. Like I never had Star Wars toys as a kid. I don't know why. Like I mean, I love Star Wars, but I didn't have those little figures. But I remember having GI Joe. There was a figure called Action Jackson,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
and then
Yeah,
there
we
was
had
one.
those.
I got one called Big Jim.
I had that too. You could press the
Yep.
back in his arm, do karate
That's,
chop.
that's,
Yeah, yeah.
$1 million man.
He had like
Karate
some.
chop.
He had some thing you put on his muscle, and he flexes, and a band pops.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. We were kids,
Whatever.
But and I remember Big Jim had like a big van or something, like a
The camping
camper.
Yeah, the camera.
Right. And I wanted that for my birthday, man. And I asked
You
my
never get
mom
it.
for it. I didn't get it, and she got me a TV instead. Which I was like, okay. Like,
Okay.
are you trying to tell me I'm too old for this stuff? But which was fine. But like I had all this kind of stuff, books and stuff, and then I got out of high school on all my comics, pristine condition.
Oh yeah.
And I got out of high school. I joined the military. I left home, and then she gave all that shit away.
Stuff away.
Now, I would say I never asked her to keep it, and at that point, I got into DJing, and that was like a big
nice.
thing. So it's like all my money was going to equipment and records and stuff.
Oh man.
So I had moved on, but she got rid of all. So I don't have any of that stuff. But then she kept some stuff. Because like one day I went home and she's like, "Oh, I found some of your old stuff," and it was like Star Wars sheets that I had on my bed,
Whoa. Okay.
and like
Classic. Yeah.
a bunch of Star Wars stuff for some reason. And I wound up giving it to a buddy of mine whose kids were really into Star
Yeah.
Wars and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't really have anything, from back
From your
then.
childhood.
But
Oh,
I have
okay.
fond memories of those toys.
Yeah. We got Darth Brophy in the house. What up, Brophy?
Mario,
Someone say
what's
Disneyland?
up?
Yep.
Oh, Mario.
That was Zord said the magic word. He said
Oh,
Disneyland.
Disney.
SoCal.
Yeah, SoCal, yep. Yeah. What about you, Moose? I know you had quite a few collectibles. Where did it all start for you, though? I'm pretty sure you said, but refresh my memory. Where collecting
Well,
or just toys in general?
I mean, something I kept all my life, or kept the longest.
No, just in general. Like, how did your collection? Like, how did you start with collecting in general? Like, what did you start off with? Basically, some people started with.
Well,
Funkos,
I don't know if I
others
collected. I mean, I
112.
got them as gifts. When you're 5 years old and 6, I got the Captain Action series. My brother
Yeah.
got the GI Joe because he was 3 years older than me, and because that came out, a bit earlier. So he had all the GI Joes. There was no action figures in the 60s. I'm old enough to know that, and so the GI Joes came out. My brother got those. And occasionally, when his back was turned, we would play with him. If not, if he saw us playing with him, he'd kick us in the ass. That was my brother. That's your family. That's sometimes you can't choose your family. So,
Nope.
but I was like, so I recall going to see Santa with my father, at Jordan Marsh,
Nice.
Jordan Marsh, with Jordan Marsh, which is a department store in the Boston area, if anyone knows.
Yeah.
And they had a Santa Claus at the whatever the toy section, and I sat on Santa's lap and I said, Santa, I don't care anything else you get me, but all I want is a Batman, Captain Action Batman. It basically Captain Action with a doll, and it looked like a captain in the Navy, or within a scuba suit.
Okay.
And he had a captain's hat. He had a gun, a laser gun for some reason, and a sword which was jagged. Okay, and too bad I couldn't show pictures. If I would have shown you the pictures. And now that was the first figure you got. Then it was sort of like dress up Barbie because you could dress him up. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, and it was funny. And Lone Ranger and a whole bunch of Captain America. It's crazy. Aquaman. It was how many they eventually got through.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is they had Marvel and DC on the box art. Like that would never happen nowadays.
Oh, okay.
Never.
And DC. Okay. Yeah.
And so I had them, and I do remember, and I liked them better than GI Joe because GI Joe had two hands, this hand and that hand. Okay, it looked like that, and there was no bend in the fingers. On GI Joe at the first off.
Oh.
What's that?
Look at this. Is that a GI Joe?
Look
My
at the
real,
hands.
man.
Look at the spastic hands. You can't even hold a gun right.
No, you can't.
Whoa, what the hell?
He's like, he has
This is from the 60s, man.
I know. And
Nice.
so, but Captain Action did, and you could hold that laser gun perfectly. However, if you play with it enough, you would break that figure off. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So his hand was like this, like that. But you can slide the finger into the trigger or whatever. And so I had all those, and God knows where they ended up, probably in the trash, after a while. Because I mean, I would be home. I said, my friends all wanted to play football. I go, no, I'd just rather stay and play with my doll. My doll. We didn't I had to call them doll back then because nobody would call them action figures. Nobody was calling them action figures. Not my parents, anyway. Nobody that close to me. It was a whole different world back then. And so, they were gone. I never. I don't know where they ever went. They probably, she gave them away to somebody, or my mother, or just threw them in the trash. So.
Oh no.
I don't know. I mean, I'd kill for them now. Because I've seen them. Like first, all you have to do is memories of them. Oh, they must have been great. I've seen them now. They all kind of have their vintage look. Everything has vintage look. Anything old is vintage look. I mean, the Star Wars, carded figures in the 70s, 77, 78. They had a certain look, but they're garbage.
They're garbage. Yeah.
Garbage.
Well, I mean, yeah. For back then, back then though.
Compared to now, they are garbage. But back then,
exactly. Compared to now.
Back then it was great, but they're only $2 a piece. Like some of the ones that are 84 cents for some of the Star Wars figures back in the day. And I waited a long time. But then in the 80s, thanks to Frank Miller and Rolling Stone put a story in their magazine about Frank Miller coming out with a new comic book. Well, I didn't know, shit from Shinola in terms of comic books when I was like 20, or what did I get 24. Okay, I just got out of school. I was working at a racetrack, at the time. And so then they had but I used to love music. I got so much music. When I was like 18 years old, I bought a book called The Rolling Stone Record Guide that told me what to buy. And I went crazy, got tapes, and I got records and everything like that. So I got Rolling Stone magazine. And they had a story about the Dark Knight, Returns comic book coming out, how prestige format, and it might be the best comic book ever or something like that. So let me check this out. And then I did it. Oh my gosh, that is awesome! And I knew about Batman. I had other comic books. Even the what's his name? Now I forget. Now I'm having a brain fart. Name some '70s artists. The comic book artists. Anyone? I don't know any off the top of my head.
I only read Marvel comics personally.
Well, I didn't get Marvel comics. Didn't have much access to it. There wasn't much, until like Spider-Man 77 on TV. Nobody was dealing with stuff like that. But so I knew about Batman, and so I got I started getting Frank Miller, and I got that. Then I was talking to my buddy that came to town. He goes, "Yeah, if you want some comics, try The Watchmen by Alan Moore from DC. Get that." I go, "Oh, wow!" And then it opened up everything, and I went mental. I went crazy. I got so many comics. I was just so focused on comics, when I wasn't working, and then I started selling them, trying to buy some, And then the '89 Batman came out, which was crazy.
Oh yeah,
I didn't start getting action figures wholesale. I mostly did statues, and I got a ton of statues from the late '80s, early '90s by Bowen and by whoever, mostly from DC Direct. And they had a lot of Bowen, but then Bowen jumped ship and went to Marvel, back in the '90s. So in '98, McFarlane decided to put out X-Files figures. And that was just up my alley, X-Files. And I started getting them. Then that branched out to like, hey, there's other kind of action figures besides X-Files. Really? Like what? Like Spider-Man, Superman animated, Batman animated. Really? I mixed all this stuff because I was like in my 30s by that time, So in '98, I went hog wild, getting action figures, and I stopped collecting. And about 5 years later, I stopped collecting all my comic books. I just said, I'm sticking.
Switch it up to figures. Yeah.
And mostly I kept them carded. Because when I started, when I saw action figures, they were mostly carded at first. And I said, I like that. I love the art of it, in the back, it almost looks like a copy from the comics, And I said, I'm not opening them. I'm just going to hang them up. So I used to I was getting every figure, from the early aughts, like Simpsons, you name it. I had so many figures. I still have them. I still got them. I put them in storage.
That brings up a good question that I want to pose to you guys in here in the panel. But real quick, before I do that, let me welcome Johnny Chronicles in the house. What up, Johnny Chronicles? Thank you for coming through, JC. It's the evening Feezy panel and chat. Didn't know you were streaming till now. Well, it's all good, man. You're here now, and there's always a replay, of course. But thanks for joining, Johnny. Appreciate you coming through. I like this topic here of like revisiting the figures that we had when we were younger, but throwing it back to Zord. Zord, speaking of stuff we had when we were younger, is there a figure or collectible that you wanted when you were younger but you couldn't get? But once you got your your adult money, you were able to get. And you were just like, that was just like the figure. Like, man, I finally have this. Like, was there any figure like or collectible like that for you?
I think it was like, for sure, it was anything Power Rangers related, I guess.
Yeah.
So like the Dragon Zord or just like the Megazord.
Oh man, yep.
But I think also like anything from like Power Rangers in space. So that's until like that one was like my favorite of all time.
Okay.
But then obviously like now that I have adult money, I do see those, especially like at retro stores or like at here we have Frankenstein's. I do see them.
Oh yeah.
But I don't gravitate to them as much. But lately, 3-0 and Soso Toys have pulled me full on into like Power Rangers, like everything. So I was like,
yeah, man.
And I just did I also did like a special unboxing and work for 3-0 on their new Turbo Rangers, and just like I was gushing about it to my fiance because I was telling her how like it's crazy how I grew up with this show.
Yeah.
And then now a company that distributes for Power Rangers, I'm doing work for them. And after I posted my work about it, it's like the Blue Ranger, the one that turns from a kid to an adult when he transforms. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I didn't know that.
but he messaged me saying like he loved my work, and it's just like full circle kind of deal.
Wow.
That's
cool.
awesome, man.
That's
That
cool.
is
Yeah,
cool.
so
That's so cool.
So to me, it's like, oh, dude, like my childhood is like it's like full circle kind of thing. So
Dude,
yeah,
that's so awesome. I can't imagine like the joy, like the excitement you were feeling. That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is,
that's
Yeah,
a
it's
cool moment.
it's like things growing up. You're always like, man, only if I had money. And then now as an
Yeah.
adult, you're just like, dude,
Yeah.
like people don't realize when you're buying figures, you're also like just finding some sense of like, I guess people say escapism
Yeah,
from
for
like
sure.
harsh reality and all that. And like
Yeah.
people don't understand with like toys, like or just collectibles in general, stuff like this. Like
Yeah.
it really hits hard home. So
Yeah.
it's so stuff like this, and like what happened with me recently for like the Turbo Rangers, like dude, it just made being in this hobby like made me appreciate it far more than ever, and like I'm super thankful to even be able to like buy stuff like this. So that's why I say
Yeah.
like as an adult now, it's great. Like I love it.
Yeah, man.
And I can't wait for more stuff to come out. Like people say like, I mean, we're all in a bad place. I know things are expensive, but it's like, dude, man,
Yeah.
it's such a good time to be a collector.
It
Not gonna
is,
lie.
Yeah, the joy it brings, though. Yeah. And if you guys haven't already, for those of you watching this in the replay or live, if you're not familiar with Zord Photography's work, I'll put a link in the description below after the stream. Yeah, check out his Instagram. Yeah, he just like we all praise him for his photography for good reason too.
Bad
So,
man.
and I saw your latest Ranger was the Red Ranger. Is it the Space Ranger, the one you were just talking about?
The one I
red
did
one?
is just it's another Red
The
Ranger.
Turbo?
It's Wild Force. I think it
Wild
was like
Force. That's what it
I
was.
think it was like early 2000s. I think it was like that time frame between like 2000 to 2010.
Oh, okay. And that
So
was
it
3-0 also that did that one.
that one is So Toys, so it's a
That
third
one's
party.
also okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're trying to do the Forever Red. It was like
okay.
an episode special, all the Red Rangers leading up to Wild Force. So like
I
the
see.
OG Red Ranger, Zeo Ranger, all those guys.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I saw that. Man, those photos you did with the Red Ranger on top of all the putties and just taking them all out. Yeah, that was cool, man. That was cool. Speaking of, I know your
Thank
shelf
you.
probably looks similar to this, but I got mine. I grew up with Mighty
dude.
Morphin, right? So that's as far back as I go. I kind of stopped after when they went to like around Samurai after the movies came out. I kind of stopped around that time, and so had to get all the Tommies. So I got all the Tommies. I got some So-Sos in there. I got the Dino, the Black Dino Ranger. Jason, right? Because again, Mighty Morphin.
It's Jason.
So I got all those.
Man, RIP to the GOAT, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. The GOAT, man. Yeah, Jason and Tommy. Yeah, you gotta get those. We gotta represent. But what about you, Larry? What was your figure or figures that you never had when you were younger, but when you got that adult money, you finally were able to get it, and you're like, oh man, just like you were just excited for having it. Was it? Do you remember what that figure was?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Because it was more like a variety. Just that because I wasn't how I got started. Like I said, I was always connected to those 12 minutes GI Joe figures. I didn't know anything about Hot Toys or whatever. But then I don't know how I actually got into it, but I think it was I saw it was a Black Panther figure, and I was looking at it, and I was like, Sideshow Hot Toys, what the hell is that? And then,
yeah.
Black Panther, I was like, oh, I gotta get it. So I saw the price. I was like, whoa, what the?
Was it the
Chadwick
Boseman one?
Yeah, it was the first one. It was the first back.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
2016, whatever it was. And when I saw it, I was hooked, man. I was hooked, but I couldn't afford it then, And then, started getting that adult money. I was like, okay, and that's pretty much how I got into the hobby, man. Now when I saw it, then I was able to afford this stuff. I was hooked.
Yep.
But I've always been in collecting, like I said, because I still have figures from when I was a kid. So.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. So.
Yep. We got.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Larry. No, I was gonna say Johnny Chronicles here. One of my favorite figures growing up was my $6 Million Man bionic figure that came with a block engine, and you could look through the back of the head through. Yeah, the only reason I know that figure is, of course, is 40-year-old virgin. That's the only reason I know about that figure.
All right,
because he did that too. Yeah.
I remember
Steve
seeing
Austin,
that movie recently. Like just clips of it, and I was like, "Oh shit!" he's got detolfs in his crib, you know. I didn't notice it when I originally saw it. I didn't notice it when I originally saw the film. You know, he had his figures in detolf cases. And I was just thinking, there was a toy that Mattel did in the 70s, the Shogun Warriors. And it was like, you know, based on some Japanese robots, Mazinga, Dragoon, Raiden. And they had these commercials on TV, and man, I wanted those so bad as a kid. And they were huge. They were like 24 inches tall. You know, and there was no way my mom was buying that for me.
Yeah.
You know, and the only saving grace was none of my buddies in my neighborhood got them either. So I wasn't super jealous. But like, if you go on YouTube, you can see the corny ass commercial that they did for, well, it was the 70s, but
yeah.
But like, I'm surprised I haven't gone out and got on eBay and looked for one of those, because I would still totally, like, if I walked in the store and saw one, I would buy it. So I kind of feel like now I'm gonna, like, this week I'm gonna start looking for it, because I wanted those figures. So if you just Google's Shogun Warriors, you'll see them, and I wanted those so bad as a kid. You know, but
that's for a second there when you said Shogun, that made me think of Ronin Warriors. You guys familiar with Ronin Warriors? It was like
I've heard that before.
An anime from like I think it was like in the 90s. It came to the States.
I've heard of that before. I can't remember where though, but I have heard of that before.
It was like these like 5 guys, kind of similar to Power Rangers, but you know they had suits of armor, and they were like samurai based, and they always like they transformed and like they would don these armors when they would go battle, kind of like similar to how the Power Rangers would, you know, they would morph into their alternate. Yeah, so it was something like that. But it was a cartoon though. It was cartoon Ronin Warriors. Yeah, for me it was the precursor to Power Rangers, or here in the States, Voltron. So when I was younger, I always wanted Voltron, and I never had that. And then that's one of the things I was able to get. Now we have options. Like Zord was talking about options, right? I had multiple options on which Voltron I wanted to get. I ended up getting, I believe it was like the 301. Yeah. So I had, same. I love that cartoon, man. After school, I always tried to watch it. And then I think when they showed it later on Cartoon Network, I believe it was, and I tried to watch that when I could. So I got the 301, speaking of 30. And then that and Centurions. You guys remember Centurions from the 80s? The cartoon? No? That was one. Those were toys that they had back when I was growing up that I never got. And I got someone, there's an unlicensed company that made them, of course, it was third party. But they've made multiple versions, but they ended up remaking them again. And so those ones I bought, and I was just, it was just, man, when I finally got those in hand, I was like, damn, this is awesome. And now it's just a matter of kind of going back, bringing it back around to what we were talking about in the beginning. Like, at what point is it, are we good, with what we got? And, when's it enough, basically? So it's, something that we all struggle with as collectors. Yeah. Yeah.
But I remember, DC, I remember one thing, and I think Moose, probably one man could agree, we're pretty much all around the same age. So when a lot of those cartoons and shows came out when you guys were kids, I was already an adult.
Yeah, you go
like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My son was a kid, he loved it. To me, I thought it was stupid, honestly. But my son, he loved it.
Yeah, he loved it. Yeah.
Voltron, all that, he loved it. But to me, I was like, I don't really.
What is this? Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It wasn't really my thing, but it is what it is. He loved the Power Rangers. I was like, I know. But I used to watch it with my son or whatever, because he was at the age, he was a kid, he loved that stuff. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers, he loved that stuff. I was like, God, this is just, But it was what it was, though.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. Yeah, that's definitely what I grew up with. But now we're all connected with either Marvel, DC, thanks to the movies, right?
Yeah.
The movies and these the shows that they're doing now. That's something we all kind of share. I mean, is there a certain IP, Zord, that you? I mean, I guess it's Power Rangers, right? You kind of already answered that question. Is that like the IP you mainly collect, or that you always kind of keep an eye out for, Zord?
I think I'm more like, I probably don't post a lot about it, but I'm more heavy on Star Wars.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I was at the point where I was at the point where I was watching like heavy on Clone Wars, so I was into that, and then I was like gravitated towards it a lot. Same with like when they're Legos and all that. I was so into it. So it's like an IP I love a lot, but I don't post a lot about it. I just love collecting it.
Yeah.
But then I love to post about like Star Wars or DC, Marvel or DC, because like I just love the dynamic looks of like superhero genre, like poster style kind of like works of art. That's what I love about like Marvel comics or DC comics. You get like that clean action pose, and it's just like a stellar pose. So I love to do works on those particular figures, especially IPs. But I like different IPs too. It just depends on on the certain movie I grew up on too.
Yeah.
So
I take
Star Wars. What's your favorite film? Star Wars.
I respect the original trilogy. So to all the OGs, I love original trilogy. I will watch it. I will respect it for.
Yeah.
Already.
I love if that's what it is. I love that.
Yeah, he fits in that age group, the prequels.
Yeah, I love that.
On the prequels.
That's the thing.
Without the original trilogy, we wouldn't have the prequels because of that one line that Obi-Wan told Luke about. Oh, I was in the Clone Wars. It's like, yo, what?
Yeah.
What about the Clone Wars?
Like that. Clone Wars?
Yeah. So without the OG trilogy, so hats off to that. I respect it. I will watch it.
And it just occurred to me that hits different for the kids who grew up with the prequels. Yeah. Because when we saw the first stuff, that was like a throwaway line. Like we didn't really think much, but now
you didn't know
the prequels and you go back, you're like, oh man, like
yeah.
But I love that for so many people. That's those prequel movies are their thing. Yeah. And that is because that keeps it going, man. Yeah. Like, you know, it's like having a favorite band or a favorite album. Like, everybody's different.
I think the original trilogy is like something that everybody needs to watch to understand a lot of the things that exist now.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know the sequels isn't everybody's cup of tea. I get it. But like a lot of the other Star Wars IPs and everything, it all comes back to the original trilogy because of certain lines that characters said or hinted at like any part, just like small things, like the whole Boba Fett. A dude that said nothing became like an instant hit kind of thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Boba Fett got popular. Yeah, we got 14 here saying I wanted to stretch Armstrong when I was a kid, but never got it. Now that I can try and find one as an adult, I've turned into my dad. Yeah, you pull on his arms and legs. You know, for what? Fun?
I know, that's such a random thing.
Yeah. Stretch Armstrong. Yeah.
Oh, the one thing I remember having as a kid that I really loved was the Evel Knievel with the motorcycle, and you rev that thing up.
You know, that's one of the ones I could never get.
I had that. Yep.
Well, you got to wind it up. You got to wind it up.
I knew of that toy, and of Evel Knievel, but never had that.
Yeah, my little brother had that. And I played with it probably, I was like 6 years older than him. I'm fascinated by it too, because Evel Knievel was huge at the time. He jumped over the Snake River Canyon, and that rocket, like he could have died.
Yeah, that was like a weird thing too. When you think back, I was like, what does this guy do? He rides a motorcycle over ramps, jumps over cars and trucks and buses.
Jumps over parked cars and buses.
And it would be on like major TV, and then sometimes he didn't make it, or he landed and crashed, and it was like, why are you letting the kids watch this guy kill himself?
Yep.
Did you ever see the Evel Knievel biopic with guess who the actor? Does anyone ever know who that is? The actor that played.
No, I'm not guessing nothing, Moose. I'm not guessing tonight, Moose. I'm not guessing tonight. Tell me.
Don't know.
George Hamilton. You guys, Zord and VD don't know who's George Hamilton. Who the hell?
The guy had great hair and a great tan. Stayed in Vegas.
And he got, he was in that comedy that I think he was a Dracula in that comedy. I forget what they called it.
Oh yeah.
So that was the last thing he ever probably did. That was anything big. George Hamilton. He was in The Godfather. He played the lawyer. He played the Corleone's lawyer. I don't know if he was a consigliere or not. I think he was just their lawyer. In Godfather 3.
But I remember that Evel Knievel figure though, because the one I wanted, and I'm glad you brought that up, man, because I know they had one where you put him on a stand, I think, and you would wind it up or pull or something, and he would take off. He'd be on a motorcycle, and you have to put it on, and you would have to You have to wind
That's
it up.
what Johnny's here saying. Yeah, you had to use zip tie to get the motorcycle to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
You had
seeing
a
toys
crank.
like
It was a crank. There was, I don't know, there was two different versions or what. There were
Yeah.
other kind of
I had
cars
the
that
one
you
with the
pulled a
crank.
zip tie on.
Yeah.
Handle and used to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zord's
there's a
looking
guy
like,
on
what the hell are they
YouTube
talking
who
about?
shoots videos.
No,
of
you know,
him
it's funny
dumping
because
over stuff.
So you remember this was back in the early 70s. This was like big. This was big, dude.
No, but I mean, like, the toys that you guys are talking about, I'm at the point where, like, I would hear references to figures like toys like this and like older movies I've watched growing up, but I never understood it till like the internet was more of a thing. So it's like I do know what you guys are talking about, but I wish I could relate.
Yeah.
But it's like I know enough to have like understand what everybody's talking about, but I'm not here to like I can understand and relate to what people are talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm not one to ignore certain toys that people mention as when they're growing up. So I know what you guys are talking about. I just
you're familiar with them. Yeah, I'm like that too with some of them too. Like I didn't have the Evil Knievel, but there were toys that came up when I was growing up that had that what you guys are talking about, where it's like this long strip that has like teeth on it, not like actual teeth, like jagged. You kind of use that to like pull something or wind it up or whatever. Yeah. I know what you guys are talking about. Yeah. One more thing before we head out, because I know we're about an hour here. I don't want to go too long, but Zord, did you have anything you wanted to like show off or anything with you that you got recently? Any pickups or anything that you're able to want to show?
I'm pretty sure everybody's hyped about the new cap, so I have him here.
Oh, wow.
There he is.
Yeah.
The head sculpt is pretty good, man. That's an amazing head sculpt.
I do want to address this because since I'm here, and then like people's comments on this, like the sculpt is not there. I'm telling you, when you have it in hand, it's 10 times better. And then I've seen comments about the portions are off. It's not. It's actually up to par. Suit material's better. The height is actually better. There's a lot of things that this figure has done a lot better. That Hot Toys is listening. Not just because I work for them. I'm just telling the truth. They're listening to the fans and the collectors. So what you're getting is they're actually like improving it a lot. So like I said, it's a good time to be a collector because these 2.0s are getting crazy good.
They improved that shield 100%. The way you attach it, the magnetic. I mean,
it's magnetic now.
Drive me crazy.
Yeah,
it's magnetic to the back, so it's no more of that plastic hook, and like the pins too, they're a harder plastic, so it's not gonna snap like the other straps too. I mean, it's like from the ground up, this figure it's like spot on, brand new. All the comments that people have made, I look back at it. I watch the movies again because sometimes I'm like,
looks just like them.
What?
Yeah,
it looks just like them to me.
And it's like I think you guys people just need to get this in hand.
That's usually the case, right?
Sorry?
When people, that's usually the case, right? With like, a lot of collectors or just people in general, like, oh man, I don't know, like iffy, but when they get it in hand, like they make that same comment, like, oh damn, it's actually better in hand than it did in the photos or whatever.
I learned that a long time ago.
Yep, so did I.
Because
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's not good. I would just say it's like when I started collecting Hot Toys in particular, people were like, oh, Hot Toys heights, they're all over the place, they're not perfect, like their sizing is weird. I think with their newer figures, like stuff like that, they're fixing it. They're trying to make it more up to par, so they are listening and they want to make sure the figures are actually like, obviously not 1-to-1 scale, but 1/6 scale kind of thing. So they're in the right direction. So I have high hopes for like more of these figures that are coming out, especially like the Winter Soldier that's coming out. I have high hopes that might be pretty good too. So
yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I got that one.
Can I say one thing though? And I agree with Zord 100%. But sometimes Hot Toys, like perfect example of this Thor artisan that comes out. Why didn't they make the suit leather? I mean, sometimes they'll drop a banger and then they'll drop some figures. You'd be like, especially for artists. That Thor artisan, that suit is not leather. It's leather.
Thor. Oh, I see Thor. Yeah, sorry. Gotcha.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure like. I think what people don't realize, especially because when I work with in-art and stuff, I think these figures there has to be a way they need to still cut costs
I
without breaking the bank to their consumer base, because they're not trying to be pricing where they are at in art, but still trying to give you some sort of premium without making you realize that I'm out of this hobby. So they have to cut. Like they probably had to stick to like
a balance.
leather.
There's a balance there.
There has to be a balance between it. That's how I can see it.
Because they'll make some figures with leather, like
they will,
and then some figures you'd be like, well, especially if it's artisan, well, why didn't they?
Yeah,
but I understand what you're saying, because I look at it as Hot Toys is quantity and art is quality.
Yes,
there's a big difference. I mean, Hot Toys put out over 100 figures a year? That's a lot of figures, man.
And being fair, I would say that it's easy to do better quality when you're making 1,000 pieces versus
that's true.
As many as Hot Toys is making. They may not, every figure Hot Toys drops is not going to be 10,000 pieces, but
you're right.
They're dropping so many figures. There's only so many people in factories to do that stuff.
I get it. I totally
get it. Like I work with both. Like if you think about it, NR barely drops anything. Yes, people say the quality is there, but when you think about it, NR's relevant, and like they would drop a heat, and I love their work, and I love working with them and everything. They drop a piece, it's beautiful, but they do Hot Toys is still in the picture, like all the time. And it's like no matter what people will say, it's like they're pushing out product with all the IPs they have under their belt, and which is really good when you think about it. And the sculpts, a lot of them are hand painted, and then if you look at the League of Legends figures that came out, those have crazy printing on silicone bodies. That's like something there that people are overlooking a lot. So my point is that like we're in a good spot for collecting.
Well, according to Justin or somebody, I heard some people were having issues with that the tattoos on Vi.
Oh,
that I haven't seen.
I haven't heard that either.
I don't even know how they can do that. Like, see, that's one thing that I don't like about this with Hot Toys and all these guys, because I want to know everything. Like, I would love a video of here's how we made this figure.
Hot Toys don't do that, though.
And then the people making them. And I get why they don't want to do it, right?
They don't talk. They don't.
Right, but I so much want to see that. I'm like, come on,
I wanted to,
but it's like I would like.
It'd be interesting.
Like if they shot a tour of the manufacture, but
we'll never see that.
We'll
never see that.
Yep. Moose, real quick, before we head out, is there anything? You have one thing nearby that you want to show before we head out, or anything? Did you get anything new?
Well, I can show you. I kind of showed the other.
Aside from what you showed earlier today.
Oh, I'm not showing that. I already put that away. I'm going to show you something that's handy right here, and I kind of show this on Beam Stream. So that I'm trying to. I have a Moosedream channel on YouTube at Moosedream, and it's mostly for my silliness. It's mostly, and it's might be an unboxing of that's not Hot Toys or so much, but because now I've added another channel to my repertoire of Hot Toys historian. I want to go down that path and see if then I'll start memorizing things, and that I have a good, acumen to do that. But let's see if I can turn this camera over this way. All right, so see that figure?
Recognize that one. Yep.
See that? Oh, okay.
Joink. Dun, 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 dun.
Cool shirt, Moose. I like that shirt, Moose.
Yeah.
Thank you. It goes with the hat. So I have this now. I also bought this. Nice. I invested in one of these.
Oh, yep, that's right. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Nice. You're stepping up, Moose. Step up the game. You got the spinning.
Trying to. So you know what this is? Do you know what this is?
Yep, the Brandon Routh Superman. Yeah.
You know what? So how old it is?
I don't. I know you mentioned. I can't remember. I heard you say it, but I can't remember. So I'll let you say it.
MMS 14.
14.
Wow. 14. Okay. And at the time, you would have loved this figure. Back in 2008 or something like that. After the movie came out. But they need an update for sure.
Yeah,
for this
2000.
guy.
Yeah, MMS 14.
You know,
Yeah, we're like already
Here
like
he
what,
is, what he looks like, even on the
700s
box.
or something like that.
They're at 800 now. They're over 800 now in the MMS.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And he's a bit weak in looks, So I don't know if you want me to go show any more, but I'll just pop the cover off because I won't take him out. But you can probably see him pretty good.
That works. Yeah.
See there, and the little glare, but I'm trying to. But I'll see if I can get him.
That pose on the left is so weird.
Yeah. Yeah. MMS 14 there. Here you go, folks. History. You're viewing history right
His
here.
face sculpt isn't
Hot
too
Toys.
bad.
Hot Toys history.
I think he's designed. I think his whole. I mean, the movie designed his suit badly. Because his S should be huge, and I think it was bigger. I think Christopher Reeve's S was bigger than that. Sounds like I'm making a joke. I'm making a dirty joke.
Yeah.
Let's see Christopher Reeve's S. So that's the name of that's my last oldest figure. So I'm trying to do a thing about Hot Toys historian. We'll deal with Hot Toys history because I have a number of low numbers. And I'm always looking for more, but I'm only looking for cheap.
Are you gonna unbox that one on your Hot Toys historian? That Superman?
I'll have a discussion with it. I might do a comparison with in art. Or other. I mean, I might wait until I have a Brandon Roche from So Toys and see the comparison. How they updated it and how they improved upon it. Because So I heard that they had a pretty good one, and it's kind of expensive on the secondary market. So and that's how I'm going to treat that. And I hope this get some positive feedback on that. I just hope I don't put my foot in my mouth or do something stupid, because I'm liable to do that. I've done that already, on my trying to get my thing going on. You guys have probably seen some of my flubs and my mistakes. Today I try to do something experimental, see if I could use my phone because that's all I had on me and make that stream, and show those 8 figures plus another 2. I mean, I had like 7 figures and 2 dioramas. And one of the dioramas I wasn't expecting, it's that Mojing in our collaboration on and I got that, but I think there's like 2 different versions of that. I don't know. One has said in art, well, they both say in art on them or what. But
what is that diorama? What is it? What's the diorama? What is it?
It's the kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen.
The scene from when he's running away from the gangsters, or backing out of the thing from the gangsters, and when he had holding the grenade to them while he trying to beat them out of money in that scene.
I have no idea what that's from.
What movie is that?
Heath Ledger Joker. Dark Knight.
Oh,
Dark Knight.
Okay.
And because Mojing did 2 different versions. I think one might light up. I forget what the difference was, but the box has Mojing and in art on the box. So I didn't.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Didn't notice that, and so I think obviously they did an approval of it. I'm working my tail off, when I'm not at work.
No, man, that's good that you actually, again, that's good that you started those streams and that you got that Hot Toys Historian channel. So yeah, like I said, I'll put a link in the description below after the stream if you want to check out either of Moose's channels.
Moosedream, either one of them. You want to put up both? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll put them both in there.
If that makes me selfish, I apologize.
Yeah, no, I could, you already told me, Peasy, oh, shut the fuck up, pardon my French, you talk too much. I didn't say it in those words. Nah, I didn't say it in those words.
Told me privately.
Yeah, but no, that's why.
He thought that, but he said something else.
Yeah, that's why I encourage you to start your own stream there, Moose, so you can just go loose and do your thing on that stream. And I
gotta give shout outs to my guy, X-Man, because Monday night we was yelling. He was talking on the S Beam show, and I was talking about I really like to do a historical thing about Hot Toys. I like to do something like the Hot Toys historian. I go. And X-Man said, Moose, you better do it now because someone
I heard that.
Steal your idea,
And you jumped on it.
I've always told myself, don't say too much about anything.
Yeah.
Someone's in there to probably steal my idea. So I will
keep your ideas until you're ready, just in case.
I will back away and let you guys speak.
Well, I'm going to wrap up here because, like I said, I try to keep this about an hour-ish. I don't want to make them too long like my other streams. But real quick, let me shout out Ash Chase. Thank you for coming through. Good, sir. I know we're about to finish up here. And let's see, we got Yo Mo in the house. What up, Yo Mo? Thank you for coming through, man. And Big Rib. What's up, Big Rib? Yep, and like I mentioned, we're just about to finish up, but like there's always a replay. So gentlemen, thank you for coming through, of course. And again, Zord, thanks to you as well. I know you're you're a busy man. Anything, we'll go around the clock here real quick. Anything you want to shout out, Zord, or plug before we jump off?
No, I just want to say thank you. I mean, I'm so glad I made it out. It's always nice to stream with other collectors because honestly it's nice to see people's faces instead of just like texting on messages and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So hopefully I could go again because I would love to stream again. Hopefully, like I said, I'm just so busy. This is just not my year. But I mean, that's about it. Just stay tuned. Yeah. I have other projects coming out. I can't really say much, but whatever I post on my channels, I'll be posting soon. I try to post every day.
Following you. We'll be following
Thank
you.
you.
You know it, man.
Thank you. And thank you to everybody here. I love you guys. You guys are great. I love you guys.
Nice to meet you, Zord.
Pleasure's all mine, dude. I'm happy. So,
and again, if you're not familiar, I'll put that his link in the description below, and check out his work. If for whatever reason you're not already, but it'll be in there. Larry.
Oh wait, sorry. One last thing. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Do your thing, man. Yeah.
To everybody also here on the chat, if you are messaging me and I'm not responding to you, I am sorry. I get a lot of messages every day. I try to message everybody back, so I feel bad. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Get you an assistant, man. You might need to get you an assistant.
Dude, at this point, I need an assistant, honestly.
I do too. Gosh,
Yeah.
I would like hire someone in the community that lost their job that was kind of close to me that was willing to move. And they would be my Padawan.
Zord needs an assistant. You need a maid to clean up all the boxes.
There's nothing dirty here. There's nothing dirty.
You gotta build those cabinets.
You just talking about
I have the muscle racks already. I have the muscle racks already built. I just gotta unbox. I used them for storage for so long. They're jacked full. And now I got a Jazz Inc. Batmobile coming, to put on it, and that's 48 inches. That'll take up the whole length of the thing, even though it's kind of thin, And so I mean, you know that Larry, it's like you love Batman, so I mean, I'm working on that.
That's my favorite.
Similar to Larry's situation. Speaking of NW Collector, thank you again, good sir, for joining. First time on the channel, and you're all welcome to come back to whenever you're able to. Anything you want to plug or shout out before we head out here?
Well, no, I was going to ask you. I'm going to be a regular on your stream now, so.
Oh, are you? Okay, all right. There you go, folks. Yeah, there you go.
Just send me the link, man. I'll be there, brother. I'll be there.
All right, man.
No, hey, man. First of all, it's good to be on there and talking to you guys. It's great to meet Zord, because like I say, like everybody else, I love your work. You got to say it one more time, dude. Keep doing what you're doing, man. It's
inspiring people. Yeah,
it
inspiring
is.
I was going to say, very inspiring.
Yeah.
I got to step my game up, even if no one else is going to see my pictures.
I'm scheduled to be on Geo's show Friday.
Yep,
so
that's right.
Geo.
Oh, wow.
And then I know my other buddy, S-Beam's out there in the chat. I'm looking to be on his stream too on Monday. So, S-Beam, hook me up, man.
There you go.
Other than that, man, it's been cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course, man. Anytime. And Winman, another one, first time on the channel. Thank you again for coming through, good sir.
Yeah.
Anything you want to shout out or plug?
Thank you so much for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
This is fun.
Anything to shout out or you want to plug on your part?
Nah, I don't really have anything to plug.
Catch others in the chats. Catch you in the chats. Yeah. For sure. And of course, Moose I already mentioned. I'll put your links in the description, but anything you want to plug or shout out before we head out?
1/6 Mooseketeers is viable right now. And I'm sure I might have to make a group of Hot Toys Historian or something like that, maybe on Facebook. So and I can block other people from hyping their YouTube thing. Like, all right, that's a joke.
All right.
That's a joke. yeah, so 1/6 Mooseketeers is kind of a fun little thing for me, and I just like the title of it, even though it's and I love the
It's fun,
title of
yeah.
Hot Toys Historian now. So, and I think I made a cool logo for it. So, you guys can enjoy it once I start making real content for it. Like that'll be probably eventually that Superman will be on there. I was like my initial thing. Well, I have the George Lucas director, and I have the Ethan. I think Ethan is the absolute first Hot Toy, and they didn't even call it Hot Toys back when they made that box, because I've been finding black boxes that only say famous type, and I don't think Howard had that idea, or he hadn't put it into play yet. So that's what we'll discuss. But I'm never going to open those boxes and take those figures out, because they're in a window.
Hot Toys Historian, right?
Hot Toys Historian. I'm telling you, I'm going to.
There you go.
Nice. It out.
Pew pew, making rain figures.
information,
He's already, because Moose is already drowning in figures. He's already drowning in figures.
Making it rain.
Yeah.
Making it rain. Hot Toys information.
Well, there you go.
Boring
On that note,
information,
yep. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for chilling with us. Yeah, it was fun. Panelists, chat, and with that, we'll catch you on the next one. Have a good night, and please take care of yourselves out there. Enjoy the hobby and have
Peace
fun.
out, you guys. See you later.
Later, Moose.
Bye.